I know you're gonna dig this.
There we go! Hey guys, welcome back to Drive Racing. Today we're finally working on the Duster. The goal is to at least start the pulling of the engine and transmission, but there's some few things we're going to go over first before we do that. But first step, didn't show you because it's boring at this point, removing the hood and probably never going back on because we have some other parts on the way, hopefully in the next month or two. So let's get back into the shop where it's warm and then we'll discuss what our plan is. Alright, so as I showed you, we already got the hood off. That kind of needed to get done. We took the fan off. We ended up rotating the engine to find where our distributor is, marked it out, so when we get the new cam in, it's a lot less fumbling around trying to get it broken and not, go flat on us, not have any problems. So we think we're pretty well good there. We're just going to be having a time lapse going on removing the engine transmission, just for the fact that you guys have seen 100 different YouTubers do this 100 different times. And we'll break in if something major happens. If not, just going to let it roll, and pretty well experienced now. So hopefully we get this done today. Who knows? Or at least the transmission out. That'd be good. So yeah, got a lot of work to do. Let's get moving. Really, I think we got the hard part done of getting the transmission bolts off, because as you guys know, they're down in there, and in the past we used pro tip, use a ratcheting flat wrench to make things easier, but can't find it for whatever reason. But got those out.
No, pro tip, clean your shop and put your tools away before you...
Don't be spewing nonsense. But yeah, we pretty much got everything unbolted, ready to go from this end. I believe now we're going to go up, take off the drive shaft.
Starter. We're going to get the starter and all that.
Yeah.
Bottom transmission bolts. We'll get the drive shaft out, yeah.
And we were going to get a transmission jack, didn't happen, but not a big deal. Clear off our flat surface here, and once it's up in there, roll it under, and once everything's kind of ready, lower the car almost to it, kind of wiggle it out, and we can kind of drop it, or might be able to get it perfect so we can just slide it off. But it's kind of the game plan. Really, the hard part is over for now.
For now, yeah. All right, let's get at it.
We thought we had the hard part done, but getting some of them. The starter,
The oil filter is worse
the oil filter too. For some reason we have a problem with that thing just.
every time.
Probably us doing something wrong. But the starter's loose.
Wires are off it. That's
Yep,
important.
all the transmission bolts are off. So I think we're about ready to...
Torque converter bolts.
Yeah.
And then rear transmission mount and all that, but
Yeah, that's...
okay. That's sure that'll be easy.
Yeah, that won't be hard at all. Well, we decided to drain the oil and found this on the magnet.
Got a little mystery. So I got an old set of rings. Make sure it ain't a piece of that, and it's definitely not a piece of ring. But
It's too narrow to be a ring. I don't know what the best case scenario for it would be. I don't even know what it would be like that.
its last pass was its best pass ever.
1160. Before that, there was a lot of high 1170s. So
I don't know. I guess we gotta get that figured
we're
out.
opening up the engine anyways. To do
We
the
are.
Cam.
Yeah,
And we're going to look at bearings anyways because
right. I was just hoping to not pull the pistons and pull the crank out. Just change the rod bearings.
you just got the rear main sealed with like it.
Well, if I don't have to get in the rear main bearing, we'll leave it alone. We got the oil filter. We're going to cut it open and see what we see there. So,
Yeah.
all right, maybe we're going to be doing that sooner than later.
Yep.
Starter's loose. What else you got?
Converter.
Converter's loose.
There.
Let's get your transmission lines undone.
Yeah, I think that's.
And then,
And then
transmission
brace,
mount.
But
and then we'll yank it out.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I ain't got no miles on it, but
It's got the whole season on it. That's ATF 4.
good job.
Oh, yeah. Looks good.
Oh yeah. Better than the oil. Got a little schmoo build up on the
Alright.
plug, but that's wear and tear
Normal.
from the bands and all that.
Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking about having the transmission yanked out without draining it. Surprise!
Suck.
Okay, rear mount, that's it.
Yeah, so about ready. Once that's mostly done draining, we'll put the plug back in it. Slide the table under and get it low enough so if something happens, we'll catch it. But
No, I think we just horse it out and drop it. It's fine.
you think so?
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm not messing with the lift.
Okay.
Want to catch that, it's going to go off.
Maybe a little more mess. Oh yeah. Jeez. This is fun. We're having fun.
It's actually going pretty smooth.
Oh, yeah, that's not
I got a metal splinter in my finger, so that's always enjoyable.
Oh yeah. Moving right along. Yeah, the engine's probably not happening today, but we can get this transmission out and while we're standing here talking about the transmission, I think we're freshening up the transmission. Hopefully,
I hope.
we kind of need it, really.
It was built in 96. Come on, man.
Well, probably 400 passes on this thing, if not more.
I don't know. It's been a
Is that guy still in business who built it the last
no, and I can't think of his last name either to look him up.
time?
Guy out of Hiawatha, Mike's Transmissions, just outstanding. This thing has been solid.
Oh man, towing miles, drag racing. This thing is...
Yeah, we built it for the truck, and I towed with the truck, and then we just threw it in here and started running it.
So yeah, refresh on the bands. I think you said you want to do something.
Bands
else
and
too.
clutches probably.
Yeah, and we're not. We have another transmission core that we might do a more serious build on, maybe a series up in there. But for what we're trying to do right now, we're still foot braking, so we're not gonna mess with the trans brake and all that. The valve body that's in it works really good, so we're not gonna touch any of that. So yeah, just refresh and be good for another 500 passes. Well, horsed it out.
Pro tip: get a transmission jack.
Transmission jack for sure. A little sketchy. The last couple times we tried taking out, well, obviously probably again user error. Torque converter bound up, but didn't this time.
It's because we didn't push it back. It's 100% on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that didn't get in our way, and everything pulled it out and dropped down. Just more muscle getting it pulled all the way off.
Yeah, and with this, the height of this bench and the fact that the lift doesn't go any higher did not help.
Right. So that's where we're at. We were going to pull the engine today, but kind of ran out of time for today. I got some other stuff going on, so you'll see us next time in different clothing. We'll be pulling the engine out in the same video, so see you in a minute.
So Ricky's taking my advice.
So, different day. We're both wearing very similar shirts. Different day. So we're about to pull the engine. We got, as you guys can see, we got the cherry picker all set up. Transmission still there. We got finally cleaning up the bench because it's disgusting and most of it was garbage. So we're gonna move the transmission here so then we can kind of plan really just to take off the heads and diagnose possibly because
Had a funny piece of metal.
That chunk we showed you that yesterday, and looking back, previous video, the card sounded like crap. Like it sounded good in person, but listen to back on video. Of course, it doesn't always do it justice, but it didn't sound great. I could throw out a clip now just to refresh, but. Doesn't sound good. Maybe it's just because it hasn't ran in a couple months. Maybe you still need to clear it out or something. I don't know, but we're just gonna at least take the heads off and we can get a good baseline for what's going on just by that. And if that chunk is what I think it is, possibly the cylinder walls look terrible. So hopefully it's not that, and hopefully it's not a big deal. But still have a little cleanup to do. Then yeah, I'll be pulling the engine.
Well, that came right out.
Oh, that was easy. I think separating the engine and transmission is probably the move from here on out.
Yeah, not a problem. So we got the flex plate off, and we're gonna have to have an SFI approved. This one is, but it's out of date, so
Yeah, it's... I don't know what
this is the original build. I don't know.
96.
Yeah, so we'll just get a new one as opposed to getting this reapproved.
Right.
Be a lot easier.
But yeah, about to get all this out of the way, move it over here, and then we'll work on.
Yeah, we'll disassemble the engine onto the clean workbench.
Yeah, we're just gonna, I think, to wrap up in this video, take off the heads and see what we can see. Obviously, I'll include.
Okay.
Might as
You want to
well
do a
take off the
time lapse of the disassembly and then discuss?
Yeah.
Okay. So far, everything looks good. The engine's very clean.
Oh yeah.
Very clean. I glipped all these heads when we bought them in 2001.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
Yeah, and it has never, it has not come off. I know some people are concerned it will flake off, but not in this case. Leave all the bolts in there, Ricky, and just set them right in the head, or the, I'm sorry, the valve covers. They'll just flip over and very good. Okay, we're gonna take the lifters out because I'm potentially, if it's not shot, we're gonna, if it's worth reusing, we'll keep all the lifters in order. I got a block of wood with some holes. Everything's numbered, and we'll inspect everything as we take it out. Just get the lifters out so they don't fall out when we spin this thing upside down. My little, you want to get a mallet and bump it?
Yeah, it's a little stuck.
All right. Sit around the bench.
How's it look under there?
Everything looks fine. A little rich, but
You can get that.
all right. Let's go look at the cylinders.
Cross hatching looks good. It looks like, I mean, you can see some,
It's always had a little bit
Stuffing.
of scoring. This block, this bore is very old.
yeah, I mean, we can't see that one, but there's nothing that looks out of the ordinary.
Yeah, everything looks good. Let's go ahead.
Well,
and-
on the, for 7 and 8, just that one lifter on both sides, it looked like it had some, but there's nothing that indicate, you know, any trouble.
All right, let's get the other head off.
This one over here was all the way at the top, and
Everything's looking good.
yeah, everything.
No real reason to believe we got a problem.
Yeah, it's just like, what is that little chunk?
I don't know. Well, we'll further inspect it as we tear it down. I'm gonna wrap this up.
Well, that's it for this video. Just got a little more teardown we want to do for a little more inspection, just to figure some stuff out. A lot of measuring to do, and
Got got to
clean up
clean up.
so we can get better measurements. But everything, as of right now, appears good. But there's a lot of nitty-gritty work that needs to go into this. But we took a big step this weekend in getting it out, and really probably close to record time for us. If we started earlier, I think yesterday, we probably could have got it all done. But if you guys enjoyed the video, let us know what you guys think of it so far. Like, subscribe, see you in the next one.